What is up, guys? This is Trade Hour, and this is my first video currently on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into it. So you probably clicked on this video because you're either struggling with day trading or you don't quite understand the full concept of it. All right. So as you currently see, I am trading the Nasdaq 100 futures, and I don't know what you guys trade, but it's all the same for everyone. So if I was to ask you guys a question just to help you understand it a bit more, and you were to mentally answer this, and I said to you guys, who controls the markets? What would your response be? Would it either be the government, the banks, or people like us that are putting into the market every day? Okay, so the actual answer is the banks, as most of you will probably know. However, most of you are currently facading over the fact that us guys are controlling the markets. And I want to delve into that a little bit more because this helped me open up my eyes to getting better entry points, better trades, better setups, and it's understanding what the banks want to do on the day, right? So take this for example, little Jimmy, day trader, he's going in blind, he's blowing up 10 accounts, he's doing stupid trading, doesn't really know what he's doing, really wants to become a trader, but nothing's making sense to him. Are you guys one of that people? I can probably guarantee you are. You're probably feeling a little bit lost in trading, and I'm here just to try and calm things down for you, alright? So, this, for me, this setup, just to help you understand it, is in the London Exchange, and that's what this setup usually comes by. However, it can come by the New York Times as well. Okay, so let's get into it, right? So you can see my cursor, and this is what I like to call the 3 peaks. So what I want to open up your guys' minds to is the possibilities that this is all controlled. This is all about liquidity grabs, about making new highs, retracing, retracting, consolidation. So without further ado, this is in a London Exchange time. So if many of you guys have seen ICT's thesis and mentorship, we all know that consolidation leads to expansion in either direction. So that could be going up, that could be going down, right? But consolidation always leads to expansion. And I want that to stick in your guys' heads, right? So whenever you guys see consolidation, and I don't know if you've done it before, have you guys ever got in at consolidation and maybe got stopped out because it's going up and it's going back down to the same point, and it's going back up and it's going back down? Or maybe you get cold, edgy feet and you just want to take the trade off. I completely get it. I've been there. However, this has opened up my eyes, right? And this is what we're going to try and do, which is to get your entry point so that you don't need to be biting your fingernails, so that you can kind of go straight into the action after 5 minutes, all right? So this is going to stick in your head. So consolidation always leads to expansion, all right? Just like we see here, consolidation leading to expansion. So it can be either going towards the upside or the downside, but consolidation always leads to expansion. So from expansion, it always leads to either retracement or reversals. So as you can see here, we had consolidation, we expanded to the downside, and then we had a reversal back to where we currently were, okay? And then what happened there was we had a little bit of retracement, and then we had consolidation once more, and then we had an expansion to the downside, okay? So hopefully that sticks in your heads, but consolidation leads to expansion, that leads to either retracements or reversals, okay? It will never go consolidation, retracement, consolidation, reversal. It will always automatically go to consolidation to expansion, all right? So that's just a bit of secret sauce that ICT shares that will open your mind up, okay? So whenever you see consolidation, it's always good for me because you can either, as long as you have a good understanding of knowing if you're in a buyer or a seller position, then consolidation is great for you. So the three peaks, because I live around England and we have mountains, I call this the three peaks. You're probably going to think that it's already been done before, which you're probably right, it has. However, my understanding to you guys is to make it really simple, okay? So first thing that you need is consolidation into a expansion and then into a reversal or a retracement, right? And what that does is that gives you a point of interest. So a new form high that it's made, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to label this as just a point of interest, okay? So you can see that top wick is a point of interest right now. So what happens, right? So we have a little retracement and then we have consolidation again, and we stoop below the lows that we already had and we slit right through, and then we have a reversal. So we go consolidation, expansion, reversal again, okay? So what happens after we reverse? We then go back down, we consolidate a little bit more, and then we expand. So second point of interest is because what's happened is we've gone back up and we've reversed where we've expanded, but we haven't gone above the previous expansion reversal, okay? So second point of interest is right there. And this is where you guys need to be looking at. So if I just show you what it's going to look like in real time. So this is what it's going to look like, all right? And you're probably going to be asked, well, it's harder than it looks if we're just looking at a graph. So this is why I've done that. So the second thing that you guys want to do is you want to draw a trend line that is going down from the highest point of the first mountain to the second point, highest point of the second mountain, okay? Just like that. Now then, what would we be targeting right here? Well, what we would be targeting is we would be targeting somewhere around here, okay? Because what we know right now is that the market has a tendency right now and has a really big pattern that once we get above a certain point, we will be selling off, okay? So, like I've said with this, all right? So if we just go back now, and as you can see, the point in which I've marked has been hit, okay? So when you get that on your map, what you want to be doing is you want to be selling, you want to be creating a sell order for anywhere between just below the trend line or just after it. What I like to do is right in the middle, okay? So we've had the first mountain, which is a point of interest. We've had the second mountain, which is a point of interest. And we've had the third mountain, which is a great point of interest. But most importantly, because the second one has formed, we've then drawn the trend line, which has then allowed us to create a buy order. Yeah, do you understand that? A buy order, so that we can sell and then short the stock and then hopefully make some money, right? So you're probably thinking, yes, I understand all that. I will create a sell limit order for the top of, well, in between, just below or just above the trend line. And you're probably asking now, well, where do I set my stop loss? Well, that's a great question. So I always target my stop loss to be above the second mountain high, okay? So if you can see this is 204 and this is to 231, so 24 points or whatever it is. But this move is usually and almost every time a 10 to 30 point move. So if we set our sell limit at 205 and we let this ride down to, let's just say 130, But let's just say we took it out after, 30, 40 points, then we'd be looking at 170, right? So we're already taken out. So the risk to reward is much better. So sometimes what I would suggest that you do is maybe set it to 20 points. And if after 15 points it's looking like it's going to hit, maybe just reduce it a bit. And then obviously move your stop loss to take profit, and then maybe just let it ride and just see how far you can go with it. And then when you want to call it, you call it. But that's my thesis on 3 peaks, which is 3 points of interest. After the second point of interest, we draw the trend line, and then we set our sell limit just above the trend line or just below it or in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, really simple and really rewarding. Oh, and by the way, guys, this can work in different situations, so it could be completely flipped. So you could have a mountain down here, a mountain up there, and a mountain up there, and then set your buy limit to go high, right? So like I've previously said, you've probably clicked on this video because you want a better understanding of maybe some strategies, what the market does, the price action. So how many of you guys have done a prop firm challenge, maybe risk your own money, and put too many contracts into a trade not knowing actually what the fuck you're doing? So what I want you guys to ask yourself is, do you honestly think that you know what you're doing? Because the first step of becoming a good trader is taking accountability of things that you actually know. So if you're some deluded day trader that hasn't passed a prop firm challenge but thinks he's a good trader, then you need to reevaluate yourself. You need to be honest. You need to reduce your expectations. So the big thing that helped me, right, was not putting expectations on myself. So for instance, I need to make this amount of money. I need to pass this challenge in this amount of days. Take the expectations away, because what everyone knows is that trading is a long-term deal, right? You put into trading as much as you're going to get out, right? And we know it's a long race. So lower your expectations and don't expect anything. And I can guarantee you will get the best results you've ever had if you just don't expect anything. Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoy that video. I hope it shares a little bit more light. But remember, consolidation leads to expansion, to retracement or reversal. It can never go consolidation, retracement, or consolidation, reversal. It always goes consolidation, expansion. Don't be scared of consolidation. Be smart, be patient, and use the 3 peaks when you can, because that is just a high probability setup. Okay, peace y'all. Bye.